Hello, my people. Good day to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for tuning in every single day to listen to me on Daily Mind Shift. My name is Michael Ojuola for Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode, I want us to talk about the art of blaming our past, all right? The art of blaming our past. Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. There is really no future in blaming your past for your present. Focus on what is ahead and leave the past behind you today. There is really no future in blaming your past for your present. Focus on what is ahead and leave the past behind today. That is what I want us to talk about. That's not just a catchy phrase. I believe it is a life-saving principle. So let's sit with it for the next few minutes, and by the end, I believe you will feel lighter, freer, and ready to walk forward with less baggage. See, let's start with something very simple. Have you ever carried a backpack that is heavier than it needs to be? Maybe you filled it with unnecessary things, extra books, extra clothes, or even rocks. At first, you tell yourself, it is not that bad, I can manage. But after walking for a while, your shoulder aches, your back hurts, and you realize you're slowing down, not because of where you are going, but because of what you are carrying. That is what living in blame feels like. Blame is heavy. It doesn't solve the pain of yesterday, but it robs the strength of today. When you blame your past, your parents, your boss, your mistakes, your circumstances, you unknowingly make yourself weaker in the present moment. You slow down your own progress. Do you understand me? This is the truth. There is no future in blame. It is like trying to drive forward while staring into the rearview mirror. You will either crash or you will never move at all. See, you will either crash or you never move from the same spot. There is an illusion of control that happens through blame. All right. Why do we hold on to blame? Because in a strange way, it feels like control. If I can point to someone, my parent, the system, the government, the country, an ex-partner, a lost opportunity, then I don't have to deal with the responsibility of today. Blame says, I'm like this because of them. But here's the painful truth. While blame may excuse you for a moment, it doesn't free you. It locks you. It keeps you rehearsing a story that doesn't allow you to grow. Blame is seductive like that because it feels like we are protecting ourselves, but what it really does is paralyze us. It stops us from rewriting our story with the pen of today. See, let me put it plainly. Your past cannot be undone. It's done. You cannot go back to fix it. You cannot alter the event. But here's the secret. You can change the meaning that you give it. All right. The pain of your past is not in the event itself. It is in how you keep replaying it over and over again. Think about it. Two people can go through exact same challenge, but one grows stronger and the other grows bitter. The difference is not the event. It is the perspective. So instead of asking, why did this happen to me? I think a better question is, what can I do now that it has happened? Because you have no control over yesterday, my friends, but you have absolute control over today. Let me tell you what happens if you keep blaming the past for your present. Number one, you miss opportunities that are right in front of you. You hurt relationships with people who had nothing to do with your past. You repeat cycles because blame never teaches, it only excuses. You waste your years waiting for the past to apologize before you decide to leave. Think about that last one. You waste years waiting for the past to apologize before you decide to leave. Some people are still waiting for their parents who may never apologize, waiting for bosses who may never acknowledge their wrongs, waiting for their ex-partner to come and say sorry for whatever pain they think he or she caused them, waiting for circumstances that cannot change. That wait is a prison. And that prison has no future. That is my submission to you today. See, if there is no future in blame, then the question is, where is the future? And the answer, it is in the focus. Focus means you take all the energy you've been using to replay yesterday and invest it into building today. Focus says, yes, that happened, but here is what I am building now. Blame looks back. Focus looks forward. Blame drains you. Focus builds you. Blame excuses you. Focus creates new opportunities for you. When you focus, whatever you focus on rather, expands. If you focus on your past wounds, they will grow larger in your mind. If you focus on your next step, it will grow clearer in your vision. See, let me address this phrase, leave the past behind today. Let me just address that. That doesn't mean you deny your past. Oh, let's clear that. It doesn't mean you pretend it did not happen. Leaving the past behind means you stop carrying it into every conversation. You stop carrying it into every decision. You stop carrying it into every new season. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. Every step demands your energy, but instead of climbing light, you are dragging a suitcase that is filled with old disappointments, regret, bitterness. See, you cannot climb far that way. The only way to go higher is to set those baggages down. Leaving the past behind is not forgetting. Please hear me well. It is deciding it will no longer control how you live today. That is what I mean. That is what we mean when you hear leave the past behind. There is a power in today. I want you to repeat this to yourself. Today is stronger than yesterday. Repeat it till you believe it. Today is stronger than yesterday. And why is that? Because today is alive. Yesterday is dead. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday only exists in your memory. But today is breathing. Today is moving. Today is giving you choices. Every morning, life resets the canvas. But too often we wake up with yesterday's paintbrush and we splash the same old colors. Then we wonder why nothing looks different. But if you dare to use today's brush, today's colors, today's possibilities, see, your picture changes. And that is the power of focus. That is the power of now. And that is the power I'm recommending to you that you have. See, here's the mind shift I want you to hold on to today. The past explains you, but it does not define you. Let me repeat that. The past explains you, but it does not define you. You are not your mistakes. You are not your trauma. You are not your regrets. See, those may be chapters in your story, but they are not the title of your book. The title is what you choose today. The title is written not where you've been, not by where you've been, but by where you are going. And the moment you stop blaming people or even yourself and start focusing, you start living as the author of your own story, not the victim of your circumstances. All right, so let me make this very practical. How do you stop blaming the past and start focusing on the future? Here are some few steps that I want you to take away today. Name your story. All right, name that story that you keep replaying. Write it down. Acknowledge it, because I believe it so strongly. You cannot heal what you refuse to face. You cannot heal what you refuse to face. So name the story you keep replaying. Then ask yourself what it's costing you. Is replaying that story making you better or keeping you stuck? Do you understand? Is replaying that story making you better or keeping you stuck? It is important. It is important for you to ask yourself that. Then reframe. Do you understand me? Reframe the lesson. Instead of I lost everything, shift to I learned what matters. Instead of they betrayed me, shift to I discovered what trust means. It's important for you to now take one step forward. All right, take one step forward action. Apply for the job. Start the business. Forgive the person. Enroll in the course. Don't wait to feel ready. Do it anyway. Do you understand me? Repeat to yourself today. Repeat to yourself even every day. I refuse to live in yesterday. My energy belongs to today. See, blame weakens your resolve. Focus empowers you. Let's go today. Here's my challenge for you today as you go. Identify one area where you've been blaming your past. Maybe it's your career, maybe it's your relationships, maybe it's your confidence. Whatever it is, write it down and then ask yourself, what can I do today to take one step forward regardless of what happened yesterday? Let me repeat that. Ask yourself, what can I do today to take one step forward regardless of what happened yesterday? So do that one thing. It may feel small, but it will shift your energy, and that